Hi, thank you so much for having me here. It's a real honor. I remember the first festival, and it was really energizing. And so for day 4 of the events, I'm really amazed by the turnout. Yeah, okay. I will definitely speak up. Great. Just want to calibrate the room. So how many of you actually own NFTs? Okay, great. And how many of you are founders or are looking to start something in the NFT space? Cool. And how many of you are in DAOs? Wow, super impressive. Okay, this is helpful. Great. So my topic is pretty broad when it comes to navigating the challenges from a legal and business perspective. So I will just go ahead and touch on high level just around like the collector side, of which you already know. As a collector, do your due diligence, read the fine print, understand the IP rights that are being conferred when you buy the NFT. For some of you, you might be really excited about actually owning the full copyright because you may have something in mind later on in terms of its usage. Maybe it's around, from a generational perspective, you're going to be handing this NFT down to family, and you would like to own the full copyright. So I would say, and they spoke about this earlier too. Every platform has its own flavor. I would, go to the ones that are probably the big bulge brackets ones because they'll have a lot more, at stake in terms of protecting and ensuring the authentication of these NFTs. What else can I share? Something that's been coming up a lot lately is the narrative behind some of these projects that are coming out. You really need to do your due diligence on the artist, the project. I know a lot of people FOMO into them, and it's a real shame when you start to find out maybe some of the associations with some of these projects. Most recently, you may be familiar with like Jungle Freaks, right? A lot of artists jumped in, they really liked the artwork, and then shortly after find out that in the 1970s, this legendary cartoonist was associated with some pretty racist artwork, and it's a real shame. And so the prices on that dropped by like 65%. And so it's a very unforgiving market. And let's see, moving along to like the business side of things, for those of you that are launching or in the middle of sort of grinding out with your startup, there's a lot of decision fatigue. And so, do we incorporate in the US, abroad? What blockchain are you going to use? Because also you have to think about, eventually, is the community you're targeting going to be on another blockchain? What does that bridge look like? Who's going to pay for those bridge fees if that does happen? And so you have to really think 10, 20 steps ahead. And, keep it simple. Pick one, move forward. It's going to be okay. Surround yourself by peers that are either not in direct competition, but maybe close. Maybe they're also launching a marketplace, but it's in a different niche where you can share notes and accelerate your decision, and you're not alone because it's a grind, and maybe they're a little further along, and it just makes the process way more enjoyable and a ton of fun. Make sure you are solving a real problem, and definitely make sure you're solving a problem, that you're being genuine, because people see right through that bullshit. Maybe you got lucky the first project that gets dropped or the first product, that gets out on the market, but eventually the community is, as you know, unforgiving. And at the end of the day, it's trust that you're building, integrity, and that you can lose it very easily. So I know there's a lot of pressure to move fast, but take your time. It's really early in the space. Be thoughtful. Don't miss the attention to detail, the attention to the mastery in what you're doing. If you're an artist, keep working on that craft, and again, surround yourself by a really incredible support network. And I would say there is a tremendous amount of risk. There's a lot of fragmentation, but with that, there's incredible opportunity to make an impact. And for me, that's what got me into the space. The opportunity to create efficiencies, to change people's lives. So I've got 39 seconds. I recently joined a DAO, and it's in the play to earn space. And it's uncharted territory there for sure, but we're trying to be really, by the book. We're working with Open Law, that's now been rebranded to Tribute Labs to really help us navigate it from a documentation perspective. But we are global. We've got these incredible scholars in India, Venezuela, Uganda, Philippines. We're going to be looking at Mexico, Brazil. And so we're really trying to build a premier guild with good culture, good ethics, and so that way these players can really give back in their community in a thoughtful way. But if you want to talk about that, that's sort of the thing right now that I'm really into and really excited about. So I wish all of you, I hope you surround yourself by good people. And I'm also available. My email is just my name, estherbabb@gmail.com. If I don't respond right away, I have seen your email, and so just give me some time, and I'll just try to be as helpful as possible. Thank you.